The ability to create lies inside of each and every one of us, and is perhaps the most important tool known to man. The power to evoke emotion, to get eyes streaming, brains thinking, hearts feeling, a thought that starts as a seed in your mind that comes into full bloom in the minds of others. That is the power of creation. And today, 29 original characters will do battle for the title forged in celebration of creation, the OC Championship. Francisca Rivera, Nathan Karatoshi, Megia, Tsukiko Yorokobi, Momochi Sasubari, Kana Hashida, Junpei Hyotan, Akira Ikozu, Bartholomew Durik, Mochi, Miyake Sakurano, Murasaki Tomoyashi, Ringo Isashi, Yasukazu Mamoru, Richard Moreno, Rose Kennedy, Rory Fu, Quinn Perkins, Paloma Quinton, Shinsa Moko no Kai, Nunzio Kron, Felix, Daruma Pansy, Luthaniel, Toshio Yukimura, Sun Rizzo, Legault Simmons, Agent of Chaos Kiki Asobu, and the OC champion Ken Koyomi. Day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the Ascent Tune. Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalacars, and your United States Aviator, welcome to the Season 8 finale of OC Action in the Danganronpa Hunger Games, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to be in for a ride. Live chat, how are you doing? Because this is a premiere episode of the
Danganronpa
Hunger Games. We got the OCs who made it to this episode via winning, via getting into the top 8, via retribution, via free-for-all, via secret episode, or via just not having chaos reign. 14 districts, 29 people, but only one can win the title. Who's here? You might ask. Oh, well, let's find out. In District 1, starting off the group from Episode 1, we have Francisca, we have Nathan, Megium, Tsukiko, Momochi, Kana, Junpei, and Akira. And then on to Episode 2's folk, we have Bartholomew returning, Mochi, Miyake, Murasaki, Ringo, Yasukazu, Richard, and Rose. And then onward to Episode 3's fantastic folks, we have Rory, we got Quinn, Paloma, Shinsa, Nunzio, Felix, Daruma, Luthaniel. And then the trio that is District 13, you've seen them in the center of the bracket, Toshio, via the secret episode, Sun via the free for all, and then just this past Sunday, via the Retribution match, we had Legault, and lastly in District 14, defending the title for the first time. It is Ken dodging the chaos every which way. It could have been reigned by Kiki, who via Agent of Chaos rules also finds herself here today, and those are the folks who will be fighting for what's right, who will be fighting for the OC Championship. So who do you got, live chat? First, second, and third. Make your picks, and I'll make mine too. First, second, third, and remember the top 12 is also very important. If you get into the top 12, you are automatically entered into the Season 9 premiere OC episode for the OC Championship. But that's the future. This is the now. Make your picks for first, second, and third live chat in the comments too after you like and subscribe, because that is very important, helps the channel grow, and as we grow, we can show off these OCs to more people. And that's what we love to see. So, I'm gonna make my picks. Who do I got? Give me old Pumpkinhead, give me Junpei, carving up a storm this episode. I got Junpei winning this one. Give me Ringo for second, solely because I know there's a whole bunch of Komodos in here, and if there's anyone who can control them, it's Ringo. And then third, and most importantly, I'm gonna take Legault, because I think Legault has momentum on his side. But will momentum die this episode? I haven't the slightest. But I know you guys are ready to see what happens. I know you want to get on with the action. And I'm not gonna dilly and I'm not gonna dally for too much longer. There's one more thing that we have to do though. And that is to roll for how many times we're resimulating. Which we will actually... I wonder if this will work. It's just a query. It's something that I was playing with earlier. These, I bet you're wondering, what are these? Oh, these are my echo frames. And I can just yell, Alexa, and tell her to do many things. Like, watch, Alexa, set the desk lamp to blue. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it is now blue. Oh, you love to see it. Alexa, set the desk lamp to cool. And we're right back here. Thank you very much. And then, now that I think about it, Alexa, bring me Asnir. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, big appreciation. I'm about to have to use you again. Goodness gracious. That was rather efficient. All right, let's roll this thing. Let's get on with said action. All these OCs are going to try and at least do their best to make sure that they get into the top 12, but they are trying for more than that. They want Ken's title, but will it be a new champ alert? Or will the champ retain? I don't know, but we are resimulating. Twice, just a good old 2 times. Oh, good old 1-2, hit you with the 1-2 punch for this resimulation. So we're not just resimulating the once, but we are resimulating for the final time in OC action this season for the OC Championship. Twice. 2 times. This is it. Are you ready? I don't know if you're ready. Let me ask you one more time. Are you ready? Oh, you are now. Okay, good. I was hoping that you were ready that time. Let's go ahead, let's proceed, and let's see what unfolds. And who will walk out as the OC champion this season? It is the Bloodbath. And as the tribute sound on their podiums, the horns and sound. So, for all of these OCs fighting for what's right, can we please sound the horn? Well, fantastic. Sun convinces Felix, Richard, Mochi, Nathan, and Francisca to boycott the killing game. See, you guys are just starting off with that. You can't boycott this game. You gotta kill to get the title. I guess you don't have to kill to get the title. You can be a complete pacifist. Ken takes a spear from inside of the cornucopia. Yasukasu runs away from the cornucopia. Rose was spacing out during the dice roll and wonders if it landed on the 1. No, it landed on a 2. You guys got lucky. Ringo gets down on one knee and proposes to Toshio. Toshio accepts and the two happily skip away from the cornucopia together. That's real sweet. Kiki runs away from the cornucopia. Murasaki and Shinsa fight for a bag. Shinsa gives up and retreats. Bartholomew grabs a backpack. Not realizing it's empty, Momochi runs away from the cornucopia. Megium convinces Miyake, Daruma, Akira, Quinn, and Nunzio to boycott the killing. Y'all are all boycotting today? You can't be doing this, goodness gracious. Tsukiko runs away from the cornucopia. Paloma does as well. Nathaniel, Rory, and Kana work together to get as many supplies as humanly possible, and Legault comes to the arena to capture Junpei, a dangerous killer that escaped from an insane asylum. Everyone is... We didn't lose anyone during the bloodbath. Huh. That almost never happens. Y'all are trying to play a peaceful game. I won't be having that. We'll proceed. You'll get to it. Day 1 begins as Paloma sips on apple cider. Miyake plants flowers around her campsite. Toshio puts on a pair of stutter shades, increasing his aesthetic level tenfold, making Richard and Kana envious. Legault receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Yasukazu smacks the taste out of Daruma's mouth. Akira, Ken, and Sun perform an absolutely glorious air combo on Megium, but I think she's still alive because it wasn't actually fatal. Nunzio is making Rory angry. Nunzio is not gonna like Rory when he's angry. Ringo drives up to Maki Donald's, wants to get an ice cream from the fantastic Kaki Maki herself. Unfortunately, the ice cream machine is broken. Quinn catches Bartholomew's crawled up in a ball, rocking back and forth, sucking on his thumb. It seems that he's lost it. Momochi sees Luthaniel doing the same. Barth? Luthaniel? Y'all okay? Rose discovers a river. Junpei reaches his hand towards the screen. The watcher isn't safe. Run. Tsukiko asks Felix, do you think that I'm some kind of clown? Felix shrugs and says, maybe. Francisca begs for Murasaki to kill her. She refuses, keeping Francisca alive. Nathan does a super sick kickflip. Sick! Mochi wonders what events are canon to the Danganronpa Hunger Games lore. Shinsa finds the remains of a Viking ship, and Kiki's still alive. Did we? Hold on just a second, you guys. I think in the long history of doing these twice a week, once a week for Brand Steel for the most part, for years at this point, I don't think we've ever had a day 1 bloodbath combination that resulted in nobody dying. Wow. You think you've seen it all, but that's RNG for you. You've never seen it all. Everyone's here to play. Let's keep on playing. That is a shock. That is a legitimate shock to me. I kind of felt like it as we were going through. I was like, we haven't lost anyone. Wow. I'm sorry, I just need a second to process that. Let's proceed though. It ends. Megium finds a stereo, presses play. Unfortunately, those sick beats are her execution music and she dies horribly. Miyake. Rory and Nathan play a game of Monopoly. Miyake loses also all of her properties, flips the game board over. Ken wants Avi to give Saika a chance. Boy. Are you trying to lose your championship? Ken, I don't actually know if that's a new champ alert. I don't know if I made that a death event. You might have gotten lucky because I don't think I got to it. Goodness gracious. Tsukiko confesses her love for Richard. Richard gives her a look of disapproval. Where in the world is Shinsa? Yasukazu receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Momochi gets a hold of Avi's soundboard, that's me, and starts playing, what? The secret achievement music? Well, you do love to hear that because Paloma finds an Etch-a-Sketch and shows Akira the portrait made for them. Akira loves it and kisses Paloma right on the forehead. A good old smooch. Nunzio, Kiki, and Mochi tell each other their pet peeves. Legault thinks about home. Luthaniel defeats Murasaki in a fight but spares her life. Toshio loads his shotgun with a physical form of murderous intent. Daruma finds a big red button and presses it immediately as if she had a death wish. Much to her disappointment, the button does nothing. Junpei, Ringo, and Felix spend the night making potions. Sun gets a hold of Avi's soundboard and vibes out, just switching this to a good old Dire Ducks. Quinn drowns Rose while the music is going, killing the vibe. The vibe is dead. That's the majority vote. We don't want that vibe. We don't want that vibe. That's not a good vibe. Francisca tries to sing herself to sleep, and Bartholomew is hot and bothered because Kana set Bartholomew on fire with a flamethrower. Honestly, if this were night 1 on a normal day, that would suck, but yeah, I think you're still within the final, the first 5, so you actually might have made the Agent of Chaos match, Bartholomew. But we'll go to day 2. As Shinsa receives a first aid kit from the comment section, Felix uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Toshio, but the spell fails because Toshio, there's nothing to suck out there. Miyake decides to lend Avi a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. You do love to see that. Daruma, Nunzio, and Kiki do the torture dance while torturing Legault. Y'all don't want to do that. Legault is on a hot streak. Luthaniel enters a rebuttal showdown with Quinn. That's good! She's finally in some sort of debate. Good on her! She's avoided it for so long, but she finally got one. Good on you, Quinn. Nathan tells Akira that they are not a clown, but the entire circus. Tsukiko signs a petition to change American Yeetball to football. How could you? Momochi asks Mochi, goodness gracious, do you think that I'm some kind of clown? Mochi shrugs and says maybe. Rory becomes spherical. Spherical? Kana constructs a shack. Ringo and Sun trade talents. Paloma spends a date ticket on Murasaki. Junpei sets up an ice cream shack. Yasukasu comes and buys some. It was delicious. Ken sprains his ankle. While running away from Richard, and Francisca investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Blue's Clues, perhaps. We only lost 3. This is the slowest grind that I've ever seen in these games. And I am super duper shocked. Especially for Brand Steel and a Claire de Lune 4. Megium, Rose, Bartholomew. To the point where we're at day 2, and we don't know all 5 of the people who are going on to the Agent of Chaos match. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. We'll see everybody's statuses. Look at this. Most people still in, except for Megium, Bartholomew, and someone else who Rose. That's right, Rose. That's crazy to me. That's shocking. I know you guys are shocked too. In the live chat, I'm sure you guys are like, huh, what? This is gonna get. I feel like we're gonna have one day that's just gonna be like, oh look, everyone's dead. I'm concerned and confused, but we'll proceed and we'll see what happens. It is a very strange OC finale. We'll proceed to see if you guys are still just vibing. Shinsa has no more motivation at the start of night 2. Kiki and Luthaniel start kicking Miyake for unknown reasons. Quinn finishes her nighttime coffee before joining in. Mochi gets distracted. Legault reminisces about the year of the horizon. Toshio and Ken create their own secret code language so they can communicate safely without any unwanted eavesdroppers listening in. Murasaki, Felix, and Francisca look for more people to become friends with. Junpei buys a deed to a house. Now we can have parties every week, baby. Akira ships Daruma and Sun. Daruma and Sun are incredibly uncomfortable with that. Kana dies from hunger, which this late in the game you would think, oh, that's terrible. However, I think you still qualify for the Agent of Chaos match. Rory sets up an outdoor generator, space heater, and floodlights. Yasukasu dyes his hair red. Nunzio says a swear word. Momochi covers Richard's ears. Don't do it in front of the boy. Ringo, Paloma, Nathan, and Tsukiko all find a big red button. They watch in horror as Ringo presses the button. You've doomed us all, they say, expecting something bad to happen. Nothing happens, leaving Ringo disappointed and everyone else glad that nothing happened actually. We'll proceed though, because it is day 3 and everything's just vibing like Mochi washing his hands in the river. Felix fishes. Francisca teaches Luthaniel some fighting moves. Little does Luthaniel know that Francisca is teaching him wrong, as a joke. Murasaki is excited about her super weapon, so excited about it that she wrote a song about it, and I'm sure it sounds fantastic. Sun finds a slingshot and fires it at Ken with such precision that it kills him. I don't know, but I think you still made the Agent of Chaos match because we're going that slow, but that is indeed a new champ alert. The champ is out. Rest in peace to Ken. I still think he might have made the Agent of Chaos match though, which is crazy to me. Toshio reaches his hand towards the screen. The Watcher isn't safe. Run. Nunzio confesses how much he's come to hate Paloma. Paloma runs away crying. Legault shows Miyake his murder list. At the top is Miyake's name, and it's in bold too. Momochi hangs up mistletoe in the arena. Daruma makes a poem for Yasukasu. Shinsa starts a cult. Nathan, Junpei, Quinn, and Ringo happily join in. Tsukiko, Richard, Rory hold an intervention for Avi's pancake addiction, but they are all confused on what an intervention is and they buy a bunch of pancakes for Avi, further enabling, well, it's not an addiction, you guys, first and foremost, it's simply not. I'm just having a good time with pancakes. However, I'm gonna write these 3 down because for the gloriousness of pancakes that they've given me, I gotta enter them into the World Pancake Championship match. That's what, Rory, Richard, and Tsukiko? You'll love to see that. They're coming for Kibo's title. I'm glad they misunderstood the meaning of intervention. Akira pops a balloon just because they can. They are subsequently hunted and murdered by the Balloon Protection Squad. Who? Don't like that. Kiki plays chess with death and wins, but we'll proceed. We only lost more than I thought, or more than I think we're about to lose. Because the VR game is back. Everyone's just having a good old time in this VR game, but not everyone, because Yasukazu helps Momochi plug in, but accidentally plugs in the wires wrong, and Momochi's brains end up leaking out of her nose. Unfortunately, Miyake solves the mystery of the Neo World program. Kiki helps Luthaniel plug in, but accidentally plugs the wires in wrong. Luthaniel's brains end up leaking out of his nose. Mochi exploits a game bug, strangling Nunze with toilet paper. He suffocates in real life. Felix solves the mystery of the Neo World program, and Rory just enjoys the game. Ringo solves the mystery of the Neo World program, and Legault enjoys the game. Paloma solves the mystery of the Neo World program, and Richard helps Shinsa plug in, but plugs the wires in wrong. Brain is out of that nose. Francisca enjoys the game. Nathan exploits a game bug, strangling Quinn with toilet paper. She suffocates in real life. Tsukiko exploits a game bug as well, strangling Junpei. Suffocates in real life. That was my pick. Daruma helps Sun plug in. Accidentally plugs in wrong. Sun's brains ends up leaking up out of their nose. You hate to see it. Murasaki breaks a rule. A game rule is punished in game by Monokuma. Falls into a coma. Not a Monokuma. A coma in real life, subsequently dies, and Toshio glitches out and falls through the game world, never waking up. We lost 12. Huh. Well, in addition to the 3 that we lost on day 2, Kana and Ken will both be joining that Agent of Chaos match. However, everyone else, it's very much a Claire de Lune 4. Kana, Ken, Akira, Momochi, Luthaniel, Nunzio, Shinsa, Quinn, Junpei, Sun, Murasaki, Toshio. And as we see everybody's statuses, that brings us down to, as we do a quick Control F alive, 14. The next 2 people are going to have some very tough luck, because those 2 people will not be automatically entered into the Season 9 premiere episode. I don't know who those 2 are going to be. But at this rate, I don't know. It's a weird rate. It is a weird rate. Because day 1, we didn't lose anyone, which is shocking and is, I don't think, ever happened before. Day 2, we lost 3 people, and then day 3 seems about right and we lost 12. Kind of even things out if I'm being completely honest. But we will have to go on, and we will have to proceed. We still have Francisca, Nathan, Tsukiko, Mochi, Miyake, Ringo. In fact, this row is doing very well. Ringo, Yasukazu, Richard, Rory. Then we have District 10's Paloma, Felix, Daruma, Legault, and Kiki all remaining. They're your final 14. The next 2 will meet an unfortunate demise, will not be getting any good fortune as we proceed. We see, goodness gracious, they're all in. Okay, everyone's actually alive, I think. That's crazy. It's not crazy for this game, actually, because this game has been all over the place. Daruma, Yasukazu, and Legault enter a scrum debate with Francisca, Kiki, and Rory. They argue about who's the best boy in Danganronpa. That's a good question. Best boy? I still think Gundam's best boy. Y'all can't sway me on that one. Miyake, Tsukiko, Ringo enter a scrum debate with Nathan, Mochi, and Richard. They argue over who should be the champion in the event of a tie. Is that foreshadowing? I don't know, but Paloma tends to Felix's wounds, which means we go on to day 4 as Rory teaches Tsukiko some fighting moves. Little does Tsukiko know that Rory is teaching her wrong as a joke. Richard runs over the edge of a cliff while trying to escape Mochi and plummets to his doom. Rest in peace to Richard, which means Richard is the first of the 2 who will not be going on. Nathan does a super sick backflip but fails the landing, falls flat on their face. Legault is trying to overthrow AV. Legault fails miserably. How, of course, you can't do that. You are taking advantage of this momentum. You're trying to go too far, Legault. Fails miserably but survives thanks to the Agent of Chaos. Retribution and Chaos working together. I don't know how I like the sounds of that. Miyake catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. Yasukazu chops down a tree which falls onto Paloma, killing them. Rest in peace to Paloma. Everyone else will be going on to the Season 9 premiere. Ringo becomes spherical. Spherical! So does Felix! Spherical! Francisca. Her unknown sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends. Daruma starts writing a novel. Will they ever finish? As we proceed, we lost 2. The 2 that we needed to get to our top 12. Which means after, that's Claire de Lune 4. Richard. Paloma. That we are At 12, there's just a dozen OCs left. And it is a new champ alert. One of them will be your next champ. And it could be Francisca, Nathan, Tsukiko, Mochi, Miyake, Ringo, Yasukasu, Rory, Felix, Daruma, Legault, or Kiki. Goodness gracious, this game has been strange. The pacing has been strange. But you know what? It's Brand Steel. The pacing's always a little strange. Orteal, the pacing is usually about the same, but Brand Steel, the pacing is... Who knows what you expect when you click Resimulate? I sure don't, but we will proceed. We got 12 left. 2 more into your saving race picks. Will we just lose 2? I don't know. I have no idea. We haven't seen the feast yet, and it's about feast time. As we start night 4, Nathan just looks at the nighttime sky. Miyake receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Rory passes out from exhaustion. Mochi and Yasukasu sleep in shifts. Felix and Ringo settle their dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Tsukiko gets a hold of my soundboard, and for some reason everyone's really just trying to play the secret achievement music. There's not even secret achievements in OC action. Ringo, and Felix are still settling their disputes. Kiki uses night vision goggles to navigate around the arena, and Daruma spends the night setting traps to keep Legault and Francisca out of her camp. We'll proceed again. And as I was thinking, it's feast time. I was gonna say, it feels like it's feast time. And the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, memoirs from the tribute's families. Francisca decides not to attend the feast. Ringo and Miyake get into a fight over raw meat, but Ringo gives up and runs away. Yasukasu sets off an explosive, killing Kiki and Rory. Nathan challenges Felix and Tsukiko to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Felix, I see you boy, I see you gamer. Eating the most pancakes and earning entry into what we like to call the World Pancake Championship Invitational. That is 4 OCs in that championship from this game. Daruma decides not to attend the feast, and Mochi decapitates Legault with a sword. The momentum is over, but Legault still will come back for another shot at the title. We'll proceed once again, and it is day 5 as Ringo breaks down and starts weeping for an unknown reason. Miyake tries to console her. Daruma uses a cactus to kill Tsukiko. Mochi commits Sora. Nathan makes a slingshot. Yasukasu finds a water gun, fills it up with holy water, firing it at Felix. It just kind of gets him wet. And a Monokuma unit corners Francisca and mauls her. Rest in peace to the fashion icon. We'll proceed once again. We lost 5. 5 more gone. Brings us down to your final 7, which means it is time for the final Claire de Lune in OC action. Kiki, Rory, Legault, Tsukiko, Francisca. But it's all good. They might not have gotten their shot today, but they will get their shot. Oh, or they'll get another shot. They'll get another shot at the title at the season 9 premiere, where they will all be re-entered automatically. The top 12 will get there, and they are in the top 12. They are the first 5 in the top 12, but we are not talking about the future. We're talking about the now, because there's only 7 folks left. And I have to ask you guys, because just 7 people left, there's not many people to pick. Are your picks doing okay? Maybe, maybe not, because this game has been all over the place. But I can tell you if your picks weren't doing okay. Live chat, comments, it's time to make some saving grace picks. It's the final 7, and your final 7 are Nathan, known as the Champ Slayer, has just targeted champ after champ. Could Nathan come out, show up, and show off today? Mochi, the one and only, a good soul. A very good soul. Could Mochi come out on top today? People root for Mochi all the time. This is Mochi's first opportunity coming this far. Mochi has gotten second in the past. So has Nathan gotten second in the past. Can they come out on top today? Miyake. Miyake, I think is Miyake the only person here who's won a game? Perhaps. But that was perhaps a Miyake from another dimension, another timeline. This is a different Miyake. Does she still have the same killer instinct? Ringo is still here. The queen of the Komodos. Can Ringo use that to her advantage? Yasukasu. Yasukasu doesn't even want to win this game. But Yasukasu has 4 KOs, and for some reason, people are just falling in line, and he's taking him out. Can Yasukasu win? Felix, the ultimate gamer, already in the World Pancake Championship match. But are pancakes enough for Felix, or does he want that OC championship? And then Daruma, you've seen her many a times. She's out here gardening, but can a championship flower bloom for her today. It's your final 7. Make your picks live chat, first, second, and third, or in the comments. Do what you gotta do to make them known. It's like a record of your picks. I'm gonna make mine too. Or should I? I'm gonna make my picks. This game has been unpredictable. This game has been a wild card, so I'm gonna pick Miyake. It just it feels like this game has been all over the place, and she is, I believe, the ultimate wild card, or the ultimate master of unpredictability, or something of that nature. I'm gonna pick Miyake for first, because that's what this game feels like. Give me Ringo for second, Queen of the Komodos, because the Komodos are loose, and I had Ringo as one of my original picks. And then give me... I don't know. I'll take Nathan. Nathan has progressively done better, and there's only one more position that Nathan can do better, and that's first. So maybe that'll be today. But those are my saving grace picks. Hopefully you've made yours, and thankfully we are not skipping the song that we love the best. Because it's your final 7. And it is time to get things going and crown ourselves a new OC champion. Who will it be? Nathan, Mochi, Miyake, Ringo, Yasukasu, Felix, Daruma, your final 7. They all walk into this arena, walk into the unknown, unknowing what will happen, but they have the steely resolve. Is that of a samurai woman? Let's find out who wins this one. Let's find out and proceed to see. Then Night 5 begins with Mochi's unknown sponsor being Miyake. Felix walks barefoot across a carpet of Legos. Unfortunately, he succumbs to the pain and perishes. Nathan sings Daruma a lullaby and goodnight, and Yasukasu kills Ringo with a hatchet. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. But that brings us now to our final 5, and as we proceed, we might lose even more. And they lose the Champ Slayer as Mochi, Daruma, Miyake, and Yasukasu swim in a magical lake hidden deep beneath the arena, whose mystical waters turn them all into chibi forms of themselves. They proceed to kill Nathan with cuteness. And he has perished, which means we are now down to your final 4. We have lost 3. And it is indeed a Claire de Lune. I'm sorry, a terrible turnabout 4. Felix, Ringo, Nathan. It's your final 4. And they are, as we say everybody's statuses, Yasukasu with 6 KOs, Mochi with 4, Miyake with 1, and Daruma with 3. They all have blood on their hands. And one of their bloody hands will be picking up a title at the end of this one, but I don't know who it's gonna be. It could either be Mochi, Miyake, Yasukasu, or Daruma. But I think we gotta keep going. It is these final 4. And you know what we like to call the final 4? Mochi, Miyake, Yasukasu, and Daruma. They're all caught in perhaps maybe something that's a little bit like a oh yes, a crisis, a fate. One will win, but 4 remain. Who comes out on top? We'll find out. We'll click proceed and we will see. Then Miyake finds a dark deva and befriends it and sicks it on Mochi, killing him. Daruma uses all of her coins to buy out Avi's wares and despairs for the day, and Yasukasu finds a Dance Dance Revolution arcade and somehow finds a switch to plug it in. Yasukasu steps on the DVR and sparkles and balloons appear out of nowhere. That's so nice, that's so chill, that's so neat. But that leaves us with just Miyake, Daruma, and Yasukasu. As we proceed, we see that Yasukasu and Miyake have a picnic on a cliff, and Yasukasu uses this chance to push Miyake off of said cliff, and Daruma's just alive here. Daruma's just chilling and vibing. We are down to our final 2. We lost 2 good beans. And it is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. I'm sorry, a terrible turnabout 4. Mochi, Miyake. Which means there are just 2. And when we look at these two, one of them has been going off, and the other one has also kind of been going off. It's your final two. And I do have to say that I don't know who it's going to be, but I can ask you who it's going to be. Yasukasu or Daruma. Yasukasu has claimed that he doesn't want to win this thing, has claimed that this is not the game for him. But with 7 KOs to his name, maybe he's changed his mind? I don't know. Yasukasu has been going off. But does Yasukasu even want to win? Is this just a ruse? Because if he doesn't, then Daruma's got this locked in. Flowers to her name and kills are now her game. 3 to her name. Daruma might come out on top. Or will it be Yasukasu? Or will it be Daruma? Or could it be both? Or could it be neither? Live chat, I hope you've called it, because I think it is time to find out. Who will it be? Yasukasu, Daruma. Yasukasu, Daruma. Your winner, as we proceed, is Daruma, as Yasukasu's will was tried and true. Knew that he didn't really want to win. Daruma used this moment of indecisiveness, this moment of opportunity to ambush and kill Yasukasu, which means one thing. We have ourselves a new OC champion. And as we proceed, that OC champion is your winner. And new. Danganronpa Hunger Games OC champion. She came. She saw. She conquered. Time after time she's been here, but today she gets her glory. Daruma takes the win. Who would have thunk? Daruma came out on top. I gotta hand it to her. She had herself a game. You can never see it coming, especially how we started in the bloodbath in day 1 and nobody perished. It was truly her day. A flower bloomed, and that flower was her, and she came out on top. Daruma Pansy, congratulations. New Danganronpa Hunger Games OC champion. Yasukasu, second place, 7 KOs. District 7, lucky 7, but didn't want to win this game, has specifically said, I don't want to win, but apparently really didn't. Miyake came in 3rd, Mochi in 4th, Nathan in 5th, Ringo in 6th, Felix in 7th, Francisca in 8th, Suhiko in 9th, Legault in 10th, Rory in 11th, and Kiki rounding off your top 12, and those 12 will be coming back to fight for what's right in that Season 9 OC premiere. They got a shot at the newly crowned Daruma's championship. And let's not forget the Agent of Chaos. We got those last 5. Ken trying to reverse what happened this season. He's trying to be the Agent of Chaos himself. Perhaps Kana, Bartholomew, Rose, and Megium are all going to be in that match as well. So they will have an opportunity to try and come back, try and get themselves in some OC action, trying to get another shot at the title that Ken just lost actually. But as we proceed, we will see the summary. Look at this! Never before! We've seen no deaths in the bloodbath before, but after the bloodbath in day 1, no deaths as well. That is unheard of. That is unheard of. So I have to give props to everyone in this episode for surviving the onslaught of the first day in the bloodbath, because that has never happened before. These OCs, they all go down in history. That's crazy. But it all ended with Daruma taking the uncertainty in Yasukasu's mind and taking him out, striking while the iron was hot, and destroying Yasukasu. And winning the game. Congratulations to Daruma one more again. Your champion walks out. As we proceed, Yasukasu still had 7 KOs, so let's be honest. Yasukasu had one heck of a game. There was a lot of uncertainty and apparently it was eating away at him. Won the game though. Or didn't win the game, but won 7 KOs to his name. That's nuts. That's crazy. Especially in a game of just 29, getting 7 KOs. That's wild. That's ludicrous. That's just under, what, 25%? Yeah, if we had 28, he would have 25% of the kills. Just under 25. That's nuts. We'll go back to the reaping. Congratulations once again to the new Danganronpa Hunger Games champion. OC champion. It's Daruma. Good on her. She's been around for a long time. She finally got her shine. It's her time in the limelight, but how long will it last? Will she retain the start of Season 9? Who will be the agent of chaos targeting her? I don't know. All of those questions will be answered in the future, but today is a day of celebration for Daruma. Live chat. I hope you guys have a fantastic day until next week, when we have tag team action, and we have singles action. At this point in time when I'm recording it, I don't actually know who is in the final, who got that final spot in the tag team action, but I'll find out in like 30, not even 30 minutes. Not even 30 minutes. Stay classy. Year of the Ascent. Toodaloo. Flight crew. Thanks for watching.